Excuse me. Hello, everybody. Chris Wood here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. October 6, 2022. Just doing a quick update to show that there has been more changes to me, to my skull, to my face. I have absolutely no feeling on the right side of my head or my face. I haven't all day long. It feels like I'm getting air pumped through my head. It is seriously numbing me down and I'm getting nothing but electricity. All right up in here is where it is swelling up on me and it feels like I have a balloon in my head, and I've not had any prior surgeries prior to or after me being shot in the ear by the ex-chief August of 2019. The only spot I have, or only place I have feeling in my entire head, is that spot on the back of my head, whereas actually I'm feeling it right now, and it feels kind of scabbed up, and it feels like there's air right there. That's where it goes to. It goes up through my neck into that spot on the back of my head, and then it starts to move around to the top part of my head. And then I start getting broadcasted through, and right now I am being broadcasted through on this side from remote neuromonitoring from Jay Benalstein, and on this side is Tyler Lake. My skull has been split. My brain has been split. I have what is called remote neuromonitoring. You saw me, what is a microchip implant, and what it does, it destroys a person's central nervous system in their brain. It is police and military tech that a lot of people are not aware of. A lot of people will not research it, but it's been in use since the 60s. They have been using it on their victims, and I am having it used on me. And how it is working is basically enabling these pieces of shit to broadcast through me like a hologram through me and over me, seeing what I see, hearing what I hear. And in the process, this is how I am being deformed on a daily basis for my identity theft. This is how they are living their life through me on a daily fucking basis. William Wooldridge of 149 Center Street North. He is the boss, co-offender, sex offender, child stalker, pedophile, drug trafficker, and serial killer boss to OPP Spencer Mills, 14716. Ex-Chief, Staff Sergeants Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Shannon Cork. Staff Sergeants, if I haven't said them, mental health worker and addictions, Stacy was Daily Tea Company, Napanee, now Kingston, and Shelley Hafner. The doctors they have and used to commit and cover their crimes up with criminal negligent intent to prevent any medical help or to assure their crimes are assured. Dr. Tatiana V, Stacy's girlfriend, aka Margie V, the file falsifier and the medical blacklister. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Barton, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Triage Nurse Terry, Triage Nurse Tanya, blonde-haired woman, and Triage Nurse David in Paladin Security, roughly 24, 25 years old and approximately 400 to 500 pounds. Human sex trade, slavery trafficking, children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders, identity thefts and frauds, financial thefts and frauds, using this tech on me to live through me on a daily basis, to deform me, to numb me down, to dumb me down, so I'm not talking about the crimes that have been taking place with me over the past 3 years. I am supposed to let it go that I'm going through identity theft, that I've been sex assaulted, kidnapped. I have been seriously deformed, and I have proven it. I've been medically blacklisted, preventing me help. My lungs are fucked on me. My kidneys are screwed on me. My right brain, my right side of my head. I'm pretty sure I've been fucking lobotomized because I have no stimulation or feeling in my head whatsoever. And this has nothing to do with drugs in any way, shape, or form. I've had that lie cast against me, and I'm not gonna let you get away with that bullshit. I do not do drugs. I am against them. Lost too many friends and family, so that bullshit's not gonna lie is not gonna fly out. Lies against me stating I'm a self-harmer and suicidal, and certainly not true in any way, shape, or form. I've been trying to save my life for the past 3 years with what's taken place with me with my identity theft, so bullshit. Not true in any way, shape, or form. I love myself. I love others, so that's bullshit. I am going through this identity theft and changes on me through the remote neuromonitoring, and it is also being done to me for revenge retaliation for speaking of OPP crimes. Back in 2019, I was at my previous address and I was sitting there. XOPP chief went by. He waved at me. He was in a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me, and when I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him at the lights at the corner of Center and Bridge, and they pointed something and they shot it. Went into my right ear, and that's when I started having the medical problems. And then I go to get CAT scans done November of that year, only to be medically blacklisted. And Stacy is there talking to her girlfriend Tatiana, and after that, that's when all the problems started. Lies against me stating I have a long criminal record and history, and I do not have one in any way, shape, or form. I was never charged until I was done through OPP and the doctors here to deflect the crimes against me that they are guilty of to prevent arresting and charging of them, and I will not be proven wrong on that. Lies against me stating I have a long psychological record and history. I've never been in any one of those places. 100% bullshit lie. But, you know, lies told about me because I have tattoos and because I had long hair at the time, it was automatically believed. Kidnapped 24 hours after asking for help with arrest and charging the cops and doctors to prevent what I'm showing now, to prove the proof I'm giving of what has taken place with me and how it is being done and by whom. The poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, natives, children, adults, using remote neuromonitoring on it, your human trafficking, your human sex trade slavery trafficking, using this for financial thefts and frauds, insurance thefts and frauds, forgeries. I was falsely arrested to get my not only to try to give me a record, but also so they could get my prints, my signature, and everything else needed for this identity theft against me. And I will not be proven wrong. Right, Spencer Mills 14716, and the rest. Since day one, you did it. You not only are guilty of changing me, but you are guilty of murdering an entire bloodline. You are guilty of having Wooldridge murder my mother back in 2020. You're guilty of my identity theft and the changes that have been taking place with me while having me medically blacklisted to prevent me getting help for 3 years. And this is also about framing me because William Bill Wooldridge is a wanted sex offender, harbored inmate that they will not touch, they will not arrest because they can't. They are he owns them. And Blair Hardy is a co-offender. He is a sex offender. They are drug traffickers. They cannot touch these people. They own OPP and give the orders. Then there's Tyler Lake, and there's Jabin Alstein, there's Ray, the guy with the white pit bull. There's Sam, his roommate. She's a female sex offender. You're drug traffickers, you're sex offenders, you're pedophiles. Simple as that. OPP, you think you know the doctors you think you know that you go to when they laugh in your face because you're a man being sodomized by the police, and they think it's funny, and then they try to have you committed for it because of who it's being done by, their co-offenders, right? Pritchard and Barton. Being told by Waldron I'm retarded and that identity thefts and changes can't happen while proving every step of the way. Calling me names, and then when I'm being belittled and walking out on you, and then it's being turned around to make it look like I am the one refusing treatment, and that was never the case in any way, shape, or form. I'm not gonna put up with being treated like a piece of shit by doctors over fucking lies against me, so people can get away with crimes. And that's exactly what's taking place. So one way or another, everyone involved, you will legally pay and you will end up in prison, you motherfuckers, whether OPP that I've named are here or not, because they have been switching them around, bringing in new ones. So, and with the doctors here, you deserve to be handcuffs, you deserve to be in prison along with Paladin Security. You are guilty of murdering bloodlines, you pieces of shit, and it's all for revenge retaliation because I spoke of your crimes, and I will not be proven wrong, OPP. Praise wood, love all, hate none, watch yourselves, watch your children around Napanee and around the OPP that I've named. If you've ever been charged by them, fight it because they do nothing legal in Napanee and I can prove it. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Remember, love all, hate none.